Acid Wizard. Yo, this is the video I'm going to be making for you to view if you want. Or if you chose to. You wouldn't be hearing this if you didn't choose to. But I feel like this is a kind of a bad idea. Like it's silly in a way to make a video about a game that somebody might not have interest in and just talk like you were talking to them. But I feel like when I mention that I think about you all the time, I guess a more accurate way to say that is that I wish you could hear my thoughts. Like at work, I think really funny stuff and I get really like interesting insights when I'm looking at people or talking to people or just working or studying myself or studying, you know, just people or areas or reactions to things. And I feel like the only way I'll be able to show that would be by expressing my thoughts in a video, because I can't write this down through text. It just, my thoughts can't be put into text. So I'll be doing this, and there's another game that I want to make a little video of to show you, because there's no other way for me to do this. And you might not even be hearing this because you have your own time, and these videos usually take like 30 minutes, because I end the video every day of this game cycle. But yeah, it's basically a view into my thoughts while I'm playing a horror game that I enjoy. And I have to tell you a little bit about this game so you understand. The difficulty is Nightmare. That means if I die once in this very hard game, I'm dead forever, and I have to start over the game from the very beginning. So if I panic, or if I start like spouting nonsense in the heat of the moment, it's because it's like I'm actually going to die in a way. But I'm starting the game. I'm going to try to do 2 videos of these. This one is going to be just unloading my thoughts, and the second one I'm going to go to a place that I haven't been before, so maybe you could just see my reaction. I hope my voice sounds as cool as I think it does. I've been thinking about this video since the weekend, this previous weekend, which would be the 17th through the 20th. Yeah, so 17th to yesterday. At the time I'm recording this. And I have a lot to say, but at the same time I'm going to be playing a game and I want you to see my reaction to the game, but I don't think that will happen. But I could have very cluttered thoughts, and whether it's cool, like I'm not trying to look cool doing this, I'm not trying to show you how good I am at playing a game, or that I'm good at talking even, because when I'm talking to myself I end up just forgetting what I'm doing, like how I just didn't even know where I was going right then. But my goal here is to just be myself and just think with my mouth and say what I've been in my head, because I can't text you all the time like you're busy and I'm busy, and it's just not realistic to be able to tell you everything I think about in the way I want to say it. And anyway, there was this thought I had today at work that was it was pretty messed up. There's this guy that nobody really likes at work. He's a red-headed white guy, and he has a very smart-ass attitude, and I think that's why people don't like him. And he just has a bad attitude in general. And our coworkers, they call him Weddle, and Weddle is just saying white guy or like white boy in like Spanish, and the people who don't speak Spanish just say whitey. And I'm thinking about this, and I'm seeing this happen in my workplace. I'm like, I don't like him either, so it's just like, whatever. But like, I was like, nice joke, man. Like, yeah, it's funny calling him white boy. He's when he's being an asshole. He's being a smart ass. That's fine. If that's what you choose to do. And like, I'm not gonna. If somebody makes a joke about that, I'm not gonna try to get all righteous and try to correct them and how racist. Oh, fuck, a fucking dog! Oh, goddamn fucking elk. Oh, man. I forget I'm playing a game. A horror game. Okay. 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 Back to what I was talking about. Is that there's this couple of friends, and it's a black guy and a black girl. Another damn dog. And whatever. Come on. Oh shit, my board's about to break. Get away, shut up. Damn it. Ah, come on. Damn it. Only have one hit left, but they pick on him, and like I was to break boxes, I bashed the box over my knee, and they were saying, hey, you should do that to old Whitey over there. And I'm like, okay, this is getting violent now. Like, the hatred toward this guy is getting to the point where people want to hurt him. And one time I had like a frozen little piece of meat, and I was told like, hey, you should throw it at Albert. His name's Albert. The white guy's name is Albert. And I was thinking, would this be at all, would this be, god dang it, would this be acceptable at all if he was black? Like, I'm not saying anything yet. I'm just throwing out a thought. And the thought is that if he was black, how different would people take the calling him Whitey? Like, instead of calling him Whitey, if they called him, this is warning for the N-word. If they said, hey, throw that frozen piece of meat at the nigger over there, I'm like, yeah, that wouldn't fly at all. That nobody would be laughing at that, because that has a lot of dark history to it. But it's still just as racist. Like, just because the history doesn't mean that we should change everything about how we act. I mean, yeah, we have to learn from history, and that's exactly why we shouldn't be racist, because we've learned from history. But people are still very racist, and like, it's two black people ganging up on a white guy, like, aggressively, and they're saying, man, sometimes I feel like just hitting him. I mean, like, yeah, the hatred isn't racial. Eat the food, dog. Doggy. I can almost pet him now. This goddamn mushroom. No, dog! God. I can't die. I can't die. I can't die. I can't die. I can't. The dog. Like my knife. And usually, I consider that people should be treated normally, but I also consider that people are treated differently because of the race at an early age. Like, I remember when I was, oh, is this you? No, it's not. it's somebody else. So it doesn't matter. But when I was young, when I was in elementary school, my classes were mostly Hispanic. Like, the people I had classes with were Hispanic, and I know they're there. I could hear them laughing. They're behind the wall of the trees. I can't get through by myself. The trees go back too fast. Very hopeless. But what I meant is that my classes were Hispanically dominated. The majority of my classmates were Hispanic, and there's white people. White people exist in Carlsbad, obviously. Come on, dog. Eat the fucking piece of meat. But yeah, and there was people, when kids are around each other, I've noticed that the kids usually befriend the people they look similar to, and I noticed that the big guys would group up with other big guys, and the little guys would group up with other little guys, and the girls would group up with girls, like based on like their clothes and stuff like that. They all acted and continued to act very similarly based on just their likeness to each other. Like each other. That brings some insight into what that really means. The fuck's that howling? But yeah, and I noticed that when the white kids wouldn't use certain words, I would hear the Mexican class say, "Hey, why are you talking so white?" And that's already a racial behavior standard. Like, you make fun of they're making fun of white people because of the way they talk, and the thing is that there's no right way to say things nowadays. Like, people have their own ways to say words, and like a lot of it's broken English sometimes. Like, it doesn't make sense if you put it together. Like, I ain't gonna do anything, or I didn't do anything. Those are just, or I didn't do nothing. Those are stuff that's just, it's just not proper English, but you understand what they mean. And when people end up speaking the way they're taught speaking and they end up getting corrected, they get stuck. I feel like they could get stuck in these speech patterns, and I feel like that's what talking, not talking white, because a lot of people think talking white is considered talking proper, which is fucking something else. But instead of that, it turns into speaking Hispanic or speaking black. And I'm starting to notice that racism and behaviors start from how you're treated while you're growing up, and they just stick. I've noticed that a lot. Like, I shouldn't have made the fucking first part that whole thing. But yeah. Oh, I might have a dream. I pick perks. I should pick the perk that lets me live the most, and mushroom healing. And this gives me a headache. What's happening? This is a dream, isn't it? I'm having a dream. Okay. Good. This is a tunnel as in the last two videos. Come. I feel like I have a choice. turrets. I can't see anything. What is this? Ah, damn it, this noise. I can't see anything. I don't have a weapon. Do I? Can I make one? No, I don't. I have no weapons. Any living thing would be a gigantic threat in this situation. Anything that moves. That's what playing this game has taught me. Anything that moves is a threat. Ow, that hurt my fucking eyes. What was supposed to happen? I played this game before, so I know what's supposed to happen. What's supposed to happen is I'm supposed to follow the path all the way to the end, and I have a choice to either sit in the grave or deal with. The body scared me. Or deal with whatever's going on around me, what that was. But I guess I took too long or didn't find the other stone, and then I ended up dying. Which is scary, but it's not the purpose of that place. So I failed. These are savages. The disease that's making everything go crazy, like the roots and the trees, affects these people the most, and they start making symbols on the ground. They're cowards, so they run away. Unless it's nighttime. If it's nighttime, they break down your door and try to kill you. But yeah, I can't explain that. It would take too long to explain what's going on. I just want you to see. Sorry, that dream sequence, that's what they're called. Apparently in storytelling, dream sequences are scenes that take place outside the reality of the story. And that's what that was. No. No. This is awkward. Kind of just. Alright, whatever. Ah, man. Elk. There's another one somewhere. There's something else somewhere. Where am I? I'm by the brook. Okay, but another topic that I was going to talk about, because I'm thinking about venting just my thoughts so you could see my reactions in the next video when I'm going to go to a wedding, which should be like right here, is that I've talked about this in the last video about seeing through people. Like, my boss, when he comes in the morning, he says hi to everybody who's in the break room. And it's not like the polite, like, hey, I'm your boss. I have kind of had to keep a, I have to maintain good social status with my workers. He's not even their boss. This knife is a really strong weapon. I thought he had something, that's why I chased him down like that. But my boss, he said, he's just nice. Like, I could see in his eyes that he's a really good guy. Even though he has killed people, he used to be a Marine, and he would hear stories of just bodies after they've been bombed, like shit like that, like air bombing kind of thing. And he was put in a room that they just leave you in there, and it's to like get you used to being bored. And like, one thing that I've been noticing is that boredom, like, it kills people. Like, it ruins like who they are, like on the inside. Like, it's like toxic to the brain. Yeah, I'm not doing this. I'm doing this in the next video when all my thoughts are empty. And which is probably take just this video. But yeah, like he's good. I mean, he has a duck, but he doesn't. It's not a pet duck. He's just growing it so he can eat it. But he thinks of his duck like food, and he thinks of his dogs as pets. He could make that distinction, which a lot of people can't do. A lot of people, they get animals and then they name them and then they can't kill them. But he's looking at the duck and he really wants that duck. Damn it, I don't know what time it is. For me to do this, because the map only tells me where I've been, it doesn't even tell me where I am unless I'm next to a land point. But to do this, I would have to get in here, find the safe house, then barricade the safe house before it gets dark. And I don't think I could do that right now. So I'll just be on my way. This is a trap. A trap I've already been to. But yeah, when he was bored, he would start hallucinating. And this has nothing to do with what I was talking about before, but yeah, boredom. When people get bored, fucking another moose, elk, whatever. Whole ass deer creature. God damn, that thing's fucking big. It's like 4 times the size of me. Okay. Oh, mushroom. It's getting dark. I have to hurry back. I don't know where I am, but I have to hurry back. But with boredom, one thing that I'm worried about is more than working hard or failing at my goal, I'm worried about being bored. And one thing that's helping me cope with the fear of failing is that I have good story ideas. There's something next to me. Okay, that's just a dog. But I have good story ideas, and even if Jesus, it's getting dark. Even if I fail as a fighter, like if I get injured and have to be out for a couple years, which is fuck, that's just a horrible thought. But if it comes to that, I could still write. I could focus all my attention that was on fighting into writing, and I don't want to just write. I'd want to make a comic. And to make a comic, I would have to be talented in drawing, and not just pieces of art. I would have to draw scenes. I would have to draw people just kind of just being normal. Cause when I imagine art, I imagine like just one picture that I'm focusing all my attention in that I still can't do. I'm just doodling whenever I can, and I don't have any colors. Cause my bank account's kind of tanking with rent being raised and car, but whatever. I'm just making excuses. The point of that saying is that I still have a way out to pursue a dream that I have. But then I see that a lot of people don't. Like, I consider talent to be, maybe not talent, but passion in a hobby. I consider that to be almost vital to people. And I can't imagine the lives some people have when they're just okay with just being. I've never just been. I've always been swimming, or I've been playing video games. I'm playing video games right now, and I really like video games. I really like that creek. That creek fucked me up. But I really liked working on myself or working out. That's always something that people could start doing. And I'm scared to be dreamless. That's my worst fear. Like a lot of people say they're not scared of death. Like, I'm terrified of death. Like, I don't want to leave the world just how it is, so I don't want to die. But when I think, like, what I'm really scared of is losing my dream and going crazy. Those are my two fears. Well, real fears. Real fears. I have irrational fears, like fears of the dark. There's somebody outside. I heard a footstep. There's multiple people outside. I could look outside my window, but they could see in. Oh shit, I didn't repair my fucking weapon. And I can't be loud. And that's not barricaded. Alright, we're good. I'm invincible now. Is that a goddamn flare? Somebody threw a flare at my house. I know I shouldn't open my door at night. I know I shouldn't. But I don't like just hiding. Who the fuck would throw a flare? Something's coming. I just got pranked in a horror game. Such an eerie red light. There's people running outside my house. What the fuck is that? Oh, that's a savage. That's a savage. Fuck. Come on, don't kill me. Run, you're almost dead. I hurt. He hit me more times than I would have liked. Which is 1. That's what that sentence means. I think I'm competitive, but I don't like being hit. That's not what makes me like fighting. In a way it does, but... There's so many of them. This noise. This game's so good at instilling panic. Or foreboding hopelessness. I can't, I'm freaking out. They know I'm here. They must have heard. They must have seen the flare. These monsters are human. They're the equivalent of just like a druggie, which are real monsters. Hurts my eyes. Well, this is the end of this day. This is my friend, the traitor. In this game, you can kill whoever you want. I haven't killed anybody besides enemies that have attacked me. Unless you see my videos, I can see that I haven't done that. I've killed a few people that weren't a threat to me, but I don't know. It's weird to see me do that. It's weird to see yourself be thoughtless for a little bit, especially when you're explaining your own thoughts, because I hear myself. I try to talk as much as possible because I want to know exactly why I'm doing something when I rewatch this video. And then oh wait, what the fuck am I doing? And then I get caught. Why can't I buy anything? Oh, that's not how you buy shit. And then I get caught just seeing myself act in a way that I had no idea why I would act that way. I mean, I'm not saying that like I'm delusional or I'm crazy, but it's just kind of interesting watching yourself play a video game, and that's why I made this, is because I want to watch myself. I want to document my thoughts and empty my brain, which is what I did. The generator's still on. And this next video would be me going to the wedding, which is what I'm looking forward to the most, because it's a place I haven't been to before, and because I didn't get the invite in my last playthrough. And hopefully something interesting will happen. It's an in-game occurrence, but I'm gonna end this video now. I gotta arm myself though. Single shot pistol. And then I'll title this video Ash, because it's a cryptic way to say it's for you, and I haven't said a name yet. So yeah, this would be the end of this first video. Goodbye.